Hey everybody, did not expect to be making a second post today, but unfortunately this one feels far more urgent than the plea to civility and reason that I made earlier. So it looks like Donald Trump is going to be sending National Guard troops not only to New Orleans but also to Baton Rouge as well. And this isn't a game. This isn't a threat. Because keep in mind, this isn't a Democratic governor that he's just trying to bully. This is real. They are coming. They will be here.
They coming. They coming. Donald Trump has announced that he is sending the National Guard to Baton Rouge and New Orleans in response to the rising concerns over safety, crime, and public order. The deployment is meant to support local law enforcement and bring a stronger sense of security to the communities in both cities. This decision has sparked discussion across Louisiana, with many residents welcoming the added protection, while others remain cautious about how the presence of the National Guard will impact daily life. Basically, in so many words, Trump is trying to restore stability and peace in these key Louisiana cities, which is New Orleans and Baton Rouge. Now, I know they've been cutting up in Baton Rouge, because I've been seeing news reports. I have the app that lets me know about what's going on in Baton Rouge, even though I don't live out there. But as far as New Orleans, the crime ain't really been bad this year. I mean, 50 plus murders is bad, but not compared to previous years of, 100, 200 plus, in a year. That's a lot. Now, I know people have been saying whatever they want on social media, talking about bring the National Guard, this and that, you cannot make a threat at the National Guard, the military and all that. Them people don't care. Y'all talking about y'all about that life, they about that life too. You're gonna see. But anyways, it is what it is. All I know is, to end this off, I'm gonna be staying the fucking side. I'm gone.
So y'all listen. So I do armed security, and one of my posts, I work at a pool. I was sitting there minding my business. I see some YNs come up, like 5 of them. And they had on, hoodies in 96 degrees weather and had on backpacks during school hours. I said, you know what? I can't trust no niggas that ain't in school, but they got on backpacks and stuff and they walking around. Can't trust no person of interest. I do it. So I'm sitting there and I heard one of them say, I ain't finna have to check in with no weak ass security. It's 5 of us, it's only one of her. Her pistol probably don't even work. I heard them say that. I looked at them young niggas, I said, you know what? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. This y'all territory. I'm gonna listen to y'all. Baby, these young niggas ain't finna Swiss cheese me. As a matter of fact, y'all can go out there in that pool and drown if you want to. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm out of y'all way. I'm out of y'all hair. Do what the hell you want to do. They ain't got on them hoodies and stuff. I know they were musty. None in the backpack, but weak ass mixtape or whatever. So you know what I did, baby? I left them out there at the pool. I'm in my car. I'm gone. I'm leaving, baby. This y'all job today, young niggas. YNs, y'all can have it. I'm out.
State of Louisiana, listen up, listen up. We all knew it was bound to happen very soon. President Trump just drafted plans to activate about 1,000 National Guard in the state of Louisiana. And I believe they're starting in New Orleans. It said some other cities. I almost wonder if it's coming to New Iberia, because New Iberia is like this baby New Orleans. This move is being called an unprecedented White House effort. So basically using military troops in Democratic-led cities. And when I say unprecedented, I mean something that's never really been done before. I mean, think about what this means. Instead of seeing police officers in the street, now we will see military soldiers in the street. And this is something that Governor Jeff Landry signed up for willingly. We kind of look at the way the world is, and it makes you wonder, like, what's next? What's going to happen next?
How's it going, folks? Here's some more news. So the Trump administration already has a plan in place to send 1,000 National Guard troops to Louisiana, specifically to Baton Rouge and New Orleans. The next step that's needed to make this possible is for Governor Jeff Landry to issue a formal request. I don't put it past him. He's been he's gone along with everything Trump has tried to do. He's pretty much been a lapdog trying to offer Louisiana as the testing ground for the Trump administration's horrible policies, and they're targeting these black cities, majority black cities within red states, first to try to intimidate, and then also though to incite a reaction, to stir up violence and justify further over policing and militancy in cities that are seeing historically low crime. So stay tuned, stay aware. This, could possibly happen in the next couple of days. Like, follow, share, stay tuned.
All of these YNs in Chicago, I think that's what they call themselves, YNs. Is it called YNs? YNs. Why not? They're falling right into my trap. And not the trap house, because I know they like trap houses, but the trap where they believe they can take on the National Guard. I want all the YNs to come out and meet the National Guard. I want the YNs, the RNs, the UPNs, the Nubians, whatever kind of in you are, just come on out in the streets if you're in Chicago and meet the National Guard. And let me tell you something, this happens, it'll be the biggest distraction from that hoax of the files that I'm not in, and the birthday card that I did not sign, and the person that I didn't really know that I kicked out of Mar-a-Lago once I found out what he was about, and then became an informant to the FBI about him right after that. But I'm really doing this for all the beautiful African-American women in Chicago who said, please, President Trump, come and help us. And I said, I hear you calling. Here I come, baby, to save you. Uh-oh. So I'm really doing this for all of my beautiful African-American Ebony Essence Jet Magazine goddesses of Chicago. So YNs, get ready with your switches and your shiesties, because this is going to be one hell of a show, believe me.
For doing this shit though, hey, y'all straight go ahead, little head ass nigga. Hey, driving that. That's a female. That's a female. Baby, that's a bitch.
Baby, Memphis is showing the fuck out since they talking about bringing them folks here. Baby, when I tell y'all it's a motherfucking police on every fucking corner I can name of Whitehaven. If you in Whitehaven, police everywhere. When I say they police...
Oh, they doing checkpoints out here. Oh, God. On Lil Ma. Man, them folks ain't bullshitting with these folks said.
A lot of these people think that the feds are playing games. And I'm actually surprised to hear that some of the commentators are talking about 50 murders as if it's not human lives. I mean, you should have no murders in your communities. And you've had a good run. YNs, y'all have had a good run, man. You go into people's homes, you're breaking into homes, you're committing all these crimes, and you took over territory. And I'm glad now we have a president that is willing to send in the help that these cities actually need. I think you should always fight crime toughly. I don't believe in all these programs of spending money to help these communities out. It's not gonna change anything. The only way you fix this is to just lock up the criminals. That's it. If they're not part of the community, they won't harm anybody. That's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong. I'm not a crime expert, but we see it work in the suburbs. If they're not here with us, they don't commit the crimes here either. Right? If there are any crimes here, they have to come here to do it. And a lot of the times they won't, because most people here have guns at home and have security systems. So it's not as easy to come all the way out here to commit these kind of crimes. But it just goes to tell you the mentality of people in liberal cities. Like, crime is down, you don't want it to go away. I mean, I would rather you don't have any crime at all. What is crime is down? I mean, yeah, crime is down, so what? I'd love for you to not have any crime, especially violent crime, which really plagues a lot of these cities. So if we can get rid of it, I think it's a good thing. I don't know why anybody will be against it. But as you can see, the troops have started the polling. They're going into some of these cities. Hopefully they clean them up, and hopefully America becomes safe again.